Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 517. I am your host, Matrixlord 212, and I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, James? New to the Real Whovians Cast.
Hello. My virginity has been broken.
How you doing, sir?
I am fantastic.
All right, so now me and Connor are going to ask you a whole bunch of questions to welcome you into Real Whovians Cast, and I'm going to start the question, and I'm going to say, I'm going to ask you, who is your favorite Doctor, New Who and Classic Series combined?
Okay. I first got introduced to Doctor Who in a classic series by the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker.
Okay.
But my favorite Doctor of all time is number 10, David Tennant.
Right. Now, before David Tennant came along, who was your favorite Doctor?
Oh, before him? Yeah, Tom Baker.
Yeah, same here.
I got introduced to it.
Same here, man. What was your first story?
Oh, Christmas Invasion.
David Tennant?
Yep. And
Nice.
the first one on the classic series, I think when when the Doctor had to go back in time and try to prevent the Daleks from forming.
Yes. Was it Genesis of the Daleks, Connor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one of my favorites also. Yeah. I grew up on Tom Baker. And during my time period in the late 70s, nobody knew who the hell Doctor Who was, what it was. When I was in school in the 80s, nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. I used to get beat up just talking about Doctor Who. And it's a different time period now. I mean, a lot of people, some people do know what Doctor Who is. You know, there are some people still don't, but not like half the times people know what it is, which is a great feeling that I'm not alone in the universe and that other people watch the show too. Connor, would you like to ask James any questions?
Yeah. What's your favorite classic episode?
Let's see, Genesis of the Daleks and the last episode that Tom Baker was in when he got
Legopolis?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good choices. Yeah.
Yeah.
My least favorite Doctor is number 7.
You don't like Sylvester McCoy?
Yeah, he kind of reminds me too much of the Penguin.
I see. He did his episodes towards the end were really good though.
Yeah.
I mean, he really showed off that he was not taking any prisoners. He just took people out. Like the Daleks, he blew up their sun. He destroyed Scarrow. He wasn't playing around. So
it was just like his first couple of episodes. He was just too comical.
Oh, they were terrible.
Yeah, it was too comical.
Yeah. Oh God, they were terrible. The first, right, Connor? Oh,
Time and the Rani.
Oh God.
Yeah, oh Lord. Oh God, awful. Okay.
Oh God. Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh Lord.
I still have nightmares about those colors and oh.
Oh, and the 6th Doctor. Oh Lord, have mercy. All the
yeah.
Please.
color jacket.
No, I could not
God.
stand at all. And the funny thing is, some of his episodes were like my favorite with the Valyard and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, it sucks. I know it. I mean, like,
To be honest with you, Trial of a Time Lord was kind of the best of his. But, like, the Twin Dilemma, oh, God. Cutthroat stuff.
Oh, God.
I can't
Carrot juice! Carriage! Honestly, I might have been afraid to go on exercise bikes because of that. I was like, oh, my God, am I going to crack my skull and kill myself from the exercise bike and then regenerate? No.
Oh, yeah.
That was a joke a long time that he fell off the exercise bike and cracked his head at the time.
Oh, Lord. I'm looking forward to the New Who anniversary. I hope they could get back, have 4 Doctors, get back Chris.
God, that would be
David
great,
Tennant,
right?
Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi. That would be awesome.
Dude, I don't understand if they're free to do things, right? I mean, maybe to me, it's just complicated, but I don't understand why they can't just get them to just do episodes and then just air it later if something happens, like just lost episodes in between, you know? Like, how friggin' awesome would that be?
Yeah, but you're dealing with Stephen Moffat though. He don't want to pay no money.
Oh,
That's what it is.
Yeah, the guy that sacrifices the whole season just for like 2 episodes.
Exactly.
Oh, man. He has his own way of doing things, unfortunately.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Matt Smith because he had to go right behind David Tennant, who's like the most popular doctor of all time. Same thing with
No, but he did good.
Baker when he had with old Peter Davison had to go behind a real popular doctor. Boy, I know it had been hard.
I know, but he did good though, Matt Smith. He did good.
Yeah.
I disagree, but we'll leave that.
Well, here's the thing, okay? He did good, but he could have been way better if he stayed an extra year. And I really am upset we never got to see a Weeping Angels follow-up because I felt he would have went ape on them. Because I see certain things with Moffat's plot holes. You don't leave a Weeping Angel in New York City or whatever that was. Like, that's stupid.
Especially if it's a Statue of Liberty.
That's like saying I'm going to leave a Dalek in church.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, come on, man. Like, you can't. It's just certain things you don't do. You know. I know he's upset, but I'm sure River Song went back and just took that one out. I think because she was the angel hunter or whatever she was.
Yeah.
So that's how they'll explain that. All right. So yeah, Connor. Who was going to speak?
James, I think.
Okay.
James, good.
I'm looking at this right here. Like to me, so is Peter Capaldi going to meet River Song later in the timeline, or what's going on with that?
See, this is the tricky part because it looked like he was wrapping everything up with the 11s with River, but then, you know, we never really saw him bring her to the Singing Towers.
Nope.
So, did Matt Smith bring her, or is Peter Capaldi bringing her? Now, we saw that he was about to take her, but about doesn't mean anything. Like, he was dressed in a suit. That doesn't mean they actually got there. Because after times they try to show up in the TARDIS someplace and it doesn't end up where they want to be. Yeah, so I don't think he took her. I think that Peter Capaldi's her doctor. That's what I think.
Because he's supposed to met her when she was younger and he was a whole lot older. So.
Yeah, so, well, they're going to have to, you know. She still looks good, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Kingston, yeah. Allison Kingston, oh, yeah.
Alex Kingston, she's amazing. I just want to see her. Because I think with her, he would be, like, purely, you know, in love with her. No, like, yeah. I think he would be, like, the family-oriented, like to take the marriage seriously type of thing. He wouldn't, you know.
Yeah, in memory of Warren and Amy, I guess, so since that's their daughter.
Yeah. So, I just want to see her appear a couple times, you know, and see what happens. But with her, she wouldn't get away with nothing.
Nope.
Like with him, he would just be like, no, that ain't happening.
Yeah, they'll bounce between. Oh, and speaking of, like David Tennant's daughter, like, you know, she regenerated, and I wonder if she's gonna show back up because he just left that whole gaping plot hole with that.
Yeah, I think she was gonna regenerate at the end because it started coming out of her, and it's like, all right, you know, she reset, and then, you know, as soon as she takes off, it's like, you know, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I fully expect her to regenerate.
Yeah. And what you think, Connor? I'm sorry, I ain't gonna leave you out.
For River, I'd like to see her back, but not like as a permanent character, because I kind of think that her story's nearly done. Although that she did say that she travelled with several doctors and that her doctor was a lot older, so it could be Capaldi. For Jenny, I don't think she'd fit in the story anymore. They've left it too long, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. I just don't think that they can explain a comeback. Maybe they could. They could, pull something out of the hat. But I think that it's just been left too long. So leave that where you know, where it ended with her flying off, saving other planets and whatever.
Yeah, true.
I could see them doing a Donna Noble story where, and I could see it being a Christmas special where, you know, the doctor's called to Earth to investigate stuff going on, and it turns out that this rich, nasty, stubborn woman is like the villain, and it turns out to be Donna Noble because she don't have her memories with the doctor. Not that she means to be, and then I could see him like just bouncing off of her, you know, and her getting her memories back or something, and then there's a bigger threat, so to speak.
Yeah, but the problem with that though is she get her memories back, then she'd be like Dr. Donna, good fried brain.
Well, that's the thing. I think his thing. You know, when there's different incarnations of the Doctor, they do different things. Like David Tennant was the best at flying the TARDIS.
Yep.
Better than the Fifth. Better than all of them. So I would think that Peter Capaldi would be able to find a way to get rid of that from her system, so she could just be normal.
He could use like the Eye of Harmony and like reabsorb it or something. Like that.
I could see him finding a way, like, and calculating it for like years how to do it. You know.
Am I just dreaming about things, or did Peter's doctor mention in one episode about hypnotizing?
What happened?
I'm sure he mentioned about. I think it was hypnotizing Danny in The Caretaker. If he can hypnotize Donna, then maybe he could get the memories back.
Well, there's the thing. They had some type of fail-safe system because she blasted all the masters around her. Now, that was regeneration energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It makes you wonder if there's a whole regeneration energy in her that, you know, needs to be given to a human doctor that's in some other universe or something. See, all they have to do is they get the Metacrisis doctor back, right?
Yeah.
He's half human, half Time Lord, but he needs that part of Donna, and she needs that part. Like they have each other's parts to be complete. So
they either need to merge her human part.
Yeah, just swap it out, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is, and that he could just be like a Time Lord, like Harley aging and regenerating, and then she could be normal.
I don't know. The Metacrisis doctor could turn out to be the Valyard.
That's true.
Yep.
I said, like, Rose dies, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to snap.
Exactly.
And just because he ages normally doesn't mean he really ages normally.
Nope.
Like, okay, he could age normally where he thinks it. Like, the doctor's wrong, though. He's not always right.
Nope.
So he could technically still be around for, like, you know, 150. You know, I mean, I don't think it's exactly the way he said it was. You know? And if Rose is dead, then his whole reason for existing is just done. And he's going to snap.
Oh, yeah. On that alternate Earth.
And he don't give a crap because he just wants to go back to his alternate Earth, right? So, that's possible.
Yeah. And how long does it take for them to grow a TARDIS?
Well, they already did that, like in that cutscene.
Yep.
That Donna told them how to do it. Which technically, I think Moffat did that again because, like, the silence were put into the beginning of time.
Yep.
And what are they doing that whole time? You know, and then there's the larger TARDIS. It's like, that's a TARDIS. You had to grow it because you probably blew up the TARDIS, got a chunk of it, sent it back in time, and just grew another one or something. I don't know. I did tend to believe that that's Missy's TARDIS anyway.
I thought is hers red, Misty the Master, Missy and the Master.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing was, I joking around. I says, "Oh yeah, she's pissed at him because he blew up her TARDIS in the 11th hour." Yeah. If you think about it, that could be a cool joke that he didn't mean to, but like he used the thing, and that whole thing busted in the red telephone booth, and that was actually a TARDIS.
Oh yeah. And
that would be.
And she was at the shop too at the time. She's the one that gave what's the name of the number to call the doctor?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool because it would be like, oh, now I'm stuck, and then she had to go about becoming rich to get that whole plan in motion.
Yeah.
Because the TARDIS was messed up, probably.
What I don't get, I thought a Time Lord could sense another Time Lord, though.
Well, they can, but they can block it too.
Oh, okay.
They just have ways of blocking it, and the scent they could block too.
Yeah, and I was liking Danny Pink. Then they killed the man off.
Yeah.
You went off like, oh, talking on the phone, got hit by a car, really?
See, I don't understand that. See, that's what bothers me because I don't think a military man would be that.
Oblivious
I don't think
to
that would happen. Yeah, I'm sorry, but they're always on alert, you know? I mean, I'm not an expert in that because I'm not from the military, but my dad was in Vietnam, and my dad was always alert, you know, no matter what. Like, always looking around,
Well,
always aware of his surroundings.
I agree with Connor. At least Danny wasn't like the dog like Mickey was. He was like K9. Like
Yeah, I don't think he died. I think that they just planted that whole thing. I think you're going to find out that, you know, that wasn't even his body that he was inside or whatever, because that was too decomposed to even be.
Well, he would have been put in a cyber suit, so it would have stretched his skin and everything. So I think he's dead.
Guess.
He's not.
I think they're in another sphere chilling.
And they bought back the doctor's favorite soldier. He finally gave him a salute.
Yeah, Brigadier.
Yep.
See, now I'm researching that because I thought he saluted him back in the day. I thought it was John Pertwee that saluted him.
No, he never.
Never.
Never?
Never saluted him.
There was never any doctor that saluted him.
No, never a doctor.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
I'm gonna find that out. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna find a doctor that's gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna show it on the cast. Maybe Colin Baker did it in Dimensions in Time.
I do seem to recall that the doctor used to always say that he hated saluting.
I know, but the thing is, I remember John Pertwee saluting somebody else.
Might have been the captain.
I remember him saluting someone else in the military in an episode, and the guy turned green or something.
Could be Benton.
Inferno? Was that Inferno? I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, Inferno.
Might have been Inferno. But I'm going to research that. I'm pretty sure one of the doctors saluted the Brigadier.
So, well, who do you think got the best sonic screwdriver?
Matt Smith's probably, because that thing does everything. That was my favorite. I mean, a lot of people didn't like. Half people didn't like it, but Rings of Akatan was. I felt that now in today's age, if you want to introduce people to Doctor Who, you play that, okay? Because that will get people hooked. You don't play it like Love and Monsters. You play like Rings of Akatan. Because I loved that episode, especially with the Vigil. I liked those villains, you know, and that was like one of my favorites. I could watch that every freaking week. It just had such a feel for it, you know?
Yeah. My favorite David Tennant episode, though, that I really liked was Blink. That was a pretty cool episode. I
like Girl in the Fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
Girl in the Fireplace.
Human Nature, Family of Blood.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Utopia, Sound the Drums, Last of Time, which is my favorite cliffhanger of all time.
And David Tennant had the best regeneration, the longest regeneration, almost.
His was the best.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely the best.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Thanks for Wilford, though. Done winning the thing, not 4 times. He's like, oh, Lord.
That was cool. You know what, though, I gets me annoyed? Like, Russell T. Davies knew. He's like, all right, we need to have a song for his regeneration. We need to have this. Moffat told Murray Gold he did not want him to write a new piece. He wanted him to reuse stuff that was there. Which, I mean, it worked out. But I would want him to spend money I would want a regeneration song, absolutely.
Exactly. And I'm finally glad they finally showed the regeneration of the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann.
Yes, that was great.
We've been waiting almost, 15 years?
Jesus. But I'm sorry. I'm totally against that whole thing with the War Doctor because that's not the way it was. There was no it was the 8th Doctor that did it, and Moffat just did not accept it because it was American Doctor, so he had to make it where it wasn't.
So he just took out old Christopher Eccleston's Doctor, huh?
Well, no. See, the thing is this: it was if it was Paul McGann's Doctor that destroyed Gallifrey, and then he regenerated into the 9th.
Yep.
But he did not want that, so he was going to change it and make it like it was the 9th. And the 9th, Chris Eccleston's was apart on board.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, I didn't kill billions of kids and children and mothers and wives and the whole. That's not my Doctor. I just regenerated in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
I was in Rose. I didn't do that. So you're going to ruin my Doctor by doing that. I don't want to be a part of it. And then, of course, then he does the whole thing with the War Doctor, which was just stupid. But then again, he killed 2 birds with 1 stone because he's like, hey, I could be the one that solves the regeneration thing. Me. But he screwed it up because he forgot that he gave regeneration energy to River in Angels Take Manhattan.
Yep.
So he screwed up the count. Where he was, and even in Nightmare in Silver, he told the truth, and he told, Mr. Clever, the Cyberman thing, that I still have regeneration energy in me, and I can wipe you out. And he's like, look and see if I'm lying. And he's like, yeah, you can regenerate, yeah. That was right before. It's like, come on.
Yeah, because David Tennant regenerated twice. He did that one where he put the rest, eating up the hill and put the rest in his hand. That's how the other Doctor got made.
Right.
Metacrisis Doctor.
But I still felt that he had, where did he get the energy to heal River?
Yeah.
Something was off there,
And like in the classic series, The Mind of Morbius, where they had all these other incarnations. So how old is the Doctor?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, he that could be from the future, that there's more incarnations.
Yep.
It was actually never stated that was the Doctor. It could have been Morbius.
Yeah, they said it was Morbius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I feel that you can even go back and say that he got extra regeneration energy from Mordred Undead. That episode where those people wanted his regenerations to die, and then the Brigadiers touched each other.
Yeah.
And then it just was the power of 8 regenerations. So, and he was hooked up into that machine too. So.
And plus, in the Doctor's real name, is it Theta Sigmund or what?
That's a nickname.
Yep.
It's a nickname.
He got it from Time Lords?
Well, Drax called him that in the Nymon episode, I believe, in the 4th Doctor time. And then he was called that again in the Happiness Patrol.
Okay.
Which was the 7th Doctor, yeah.
So what would you rate like Doctors 1 through 12? I like the 10th, like the 1st Doctor. He's more like a Renaissance, the classic.
Well,
Doctor.
the thing is, I don't like to rate them that way. I like to say that I liked them all, with the exception of I had a hard time with the 6th. I mean, I'm not going to say that he was the worst. Well, to me, he was the worst Doctor, but I'm not going to say he's unacceptable as a Doctor. But because we could do worse. But I liked them all, actually, with the 6th being the least.
Yeah.
And I felt, I liked the 8th Doctor too. So I just was mad we didn't get to see him.
Yeah. I like the Day of the Doctor because David Tennant came back.
Right.
Worked with Matt Smith. Then we had the special little Easter egg at the end as a curator turned out to be Tom Baker. I was blown away when I seen that. Like, oh my God.
Which technically that could be a future incarnation of the Doctor.
Yep.
Showing that he could revisit the faces. Like he's so good at regeneration that learning it that he could, become his old selves again.
I think it is. I think that it was a future incarnation of the Doctor. Hello, everyone.
What's up, Bryan?
Hello.
Bryan, this is James. New to the Whovians cast.
Oh, hello.
Hey, hello. How you doing?
Good.
And also, the Ganger episode taught us that those Doctors don't die. That they're still inside him, so they could come out again if he chooses to regenerate into them again. So remember how they say with David Tennant's doctor that they die and they're gone and someone else, no, they're still a part of him. So he's the same man, but just a little different.
Yeah, like especially when Peter Capaldi regenerated from Matt Smith, he still had like a lot of Matt Smith iterations coming
out. Geronimo and So
he just hated the bow tie though.
I know. He hated that. Any questions for James, Bryan? No. Daniel.
No.
Daniel Sputus.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
Hi.
How are you, sir?
Okay.
All right. We give a great welcome to James. He's new to our group.
Hello, Daniel.
How you doing?
Daniel, what do you want to ask James?
What kind of sci-fi?
Ask him about villains or something. This is real Whovians, so.
Oh, okay. What villain would you like to come back, James?
The Celestial Toymaker. He ain't been on in forever.
Yeah, man. He's due. He's due. Come on, Muffin. You brought the Great Intelligence back for crying out loud.
Yep.
But do him right though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these kids didn't even know about the Great Intelligence, and it's like, you know, he really didn't explain him. He just threw him in there, and like Great Intelligence, is like, hey, you beat me hundreds of times, and people are like, what are you talking about? So.
Wow. And bring back Susan. I mean, like, where has she been?
What the hell? They haven't even touched Susan or mentioned Susan. Well, they did mention Susan, but they
bring Susan back.
Speaking of returning villains, did anyone hear that Sutek is now in Big Finish?
Oh,
really? Wow.
Yep. Sutek is going to be appearing in Big Finish, which is brilliant.
What Doctor? The
8th? 7th, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. So now that means that we're not allowed to use him?
Don't know, but I hope that we see him in TV again, because he's I
don't think you could use him now because they did the same thing with Ronnie, and they can't use whoever's within Big Finish, so.
Oh, that's the deal?
Yeah, I think they can't use him now, so.
Yeah, hold on, I'm coming.
Perfect episode for the 10th year anniversary of New Who. Have Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi. Have a new 5 Doctors.
Omega.
Yeah, have Omega come back.
10 Doctors. Have Sean Pertwee as his father.
Oh, exactly.
And you saw that Christmas card he made? What was Halloween? He dressed up like his father?
Almost a spitting image.
My God. My God. Crazy.
Well, they kind of did they did a 3 Doctors picture where Mark Gatiss was.
Yeah, I know. I want to see multiple Doctors, maybe 5, 6, whatever. I want to see.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I definitely want to see Paul McGann return.
Yeah, and have them bring back Gallifrey.
Well, that will happen, but not till series 10, probably.
I'd say 15. I'd say 15. Yeah, they're not going to bring it back in a hurry.
Yeah.
And plus, Peter Capaldi is the first of the 12 regenerations now, since he got a whole new set of regenerations.
Well, I don't go by that. I mean, he's still connected. Yeah, all right, it's the first of a cycle, but you know, he could regenerate. Well, it's not that he could regenerate 11 more times.
It's the first of a whole new cycle.
Yeah, but we don't know in this day and age what a cycle is, because it could be more than 12 regenerations. It could be he could regenerate definitely, because he said in Kill the Moon he has no idea how many times he can regenerate now.
Yeah, I mean, he's like over like 2,000 years old. He could have found a way to regenerate indefinitely by now.
No, but I think the Time Lords took away the limits. I think the Time Lords were the ones that put limits on regeneration. And I think I think he could regenerate indefinitely now.
Sweet.
The limit was 13 times, but
12 regenerations,
13 lives,
which would be 13 lives because you don't count the first one. Well, you count the first one, but it's not a regeneration. So when the first one regenerates in the second one, that was 1.
Yeah, I mean, they even mentioned that.
So it would be 13 doctors with 12 regenerations. That's what it was supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, because they even mentioned that within the TV movie, like when Paul McGowan narrated it.
But the Master went over that. He was the first one to went over that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he went over that a couple of times without a new cycle of regenerations. He was at he used up his final regeneration, and then he regenerated into Nissa's father, and
yes.
he pulled back the age on that, and then he became like he had another incarnation, or was it the same incarnation? And then he took over Eric Roberts' body.
That was not an incarnation, though. That was a possession.
Yeah.
Yeah, he merged with him. He merged
this one. He merged with that one. He was a slug creature, or a snake creature.
I would say Missy's because he's Missy now. I would say that is the 16th incarnation.
No. It says.
No.
What did I
Wait a minute, didn't Master get stuck in a black hole for a while where he lost like 3 or 4
I don't know. That was Big Finish, right? That he used up all regenerations or something like that.
Or Classic Who, one of the two, I think.
Yeah. We'll have to do some research with that because John Sim had a whole new cycle of regenerations, and we don't know how many times he regenerated before Proficiana.
And plus, when they brought him back, he was like half done because he still had like all that energy.
Yeah, but I don't know if he was able to regenerate though. I don't know if that was stopped or. I think he was. I mean, I think he still could regenerate.
Yeah, they need to bring him back to show him regenerating the Missy though. That would would seal the deal for me because. They just got a whole new master. Didn't even see him regenerate or anything.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, even the Big Finish master counts because he was with Paul McGowan.
Well, see, here's the thing. That's a little shaky stuff with the Big Finish. I know they counted it for the mini-sode about his companions.
About Paul McGowan, yeah.
But I don't know if that counts with the. I don't know how they're going to work that with.
Missy is the 11th incarnation of the Master if you count Alexander McQueen in Big Finish. And also the child actor in Sound of Drums, Lost of Time Lords.
Well, that was technically the first,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, still 11th though. 10th if you don't count Big Finish.
I mean, there's a whole thing.
You're counting Eric Roberts and you're counting.
Yeah, everyone.
Well, here's the thing. Now, the one that the Daleks killed, right? Was that the same incarnation as Sylvester McCoy's one from Survival, or was that a different master? We don't know if that's a different master either.
Yeah, because they never showed the head.
Exactly.
So you got your dogs barking, Bryan.
Oh, sorry, I'll mute.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up soon anyway. It's gonna be difficult to track it because I think that we could have the Doctor encountering previous masters timey-wimey thing. I mean, if Moffat really wants to get us confused.
It kind of is always timey-wimey with the Master and the Doctor because they never meet in order. It's like
No, they always meet in order. They always meet in order.
They
don't meet River in order.
Yeah,
they do. Because he told Williford he can't go back in time on his own time stream because that's his master. Like they can't meet out of order.
I thought they never meet in order.
No, they're always in order. Everybody's in order, but River.
I thought it was just like the same with.
No.
I thought it was the same thing with River.
No. River's the only one who meets out of order.
Oh.
Yeah, River's out of sync, but the Master's always in order.
Yeah. Man of Kavarian screwed stuff up to try to make it out of order because they went backwards in the 11th Doctor's
time stream,
but they became part of events, so they didn't alter anything.
Nope.
They were the reason that stuff happened in the first place.
So it became a fixed point then.
Right. So, but everything is in order except for River. River is the thing that's, and still, by it not being in order, he could still be out of order with River, but in order at the same time. Like, in other words, she could be freed from the library.
Yeah.
And then she could be in order. But technically, she would also be out of order at the same time because you have to fill up the book. And we've only seen a couple of pages of the book. So you got to fill that sucker up. So there are a lot of adventures that we didn't see.
So how did River do that trick when she went back in time at the round table with the Nostra gang?
That's going to be explained. You could time travel in dreams. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah.
What, in Name of the Doctor?
Yeah, that was
a psychic link.
Psychic link
to Clara.
Yeah, that was a River after Forest of the Dead.
Yeah, well, that's the most current River.
Yeah, but that was after.
Still out of order.
So did Clara teach the Doctor, or what? What's going on? Because she was created to help the Doctor, so she done been in every aspect of every incarnation of the Doctor.
Except for the War Doctor.
Exactly. That's the only one she hasn't seen.
And yeah.
The whole thing with the War Doctor screwed everything up with the regenerations.
I don't count him as a Doctor.
Nobody does.
I don't even acknowledge him as a Doctor.
Nobody counts him as a Doctor.
No, he's the warrior. He was never the Doctor.
Right. Never. He never had companions. He never helped anybody out. All he did was just destroy this ship, destroy that ship. Go after this one, go after that one. Just purely destroying things.
But
he's the only one that had the scarred TARDIS.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still regeneration though. That's the thing.
If you break the rule,
the drink altered the regeneration. The drink. He was never supposed to be a doctor. The drink potion altered the whole thing.
Yeah, made him the warrior Doctor. Made him the warrior.
The reasoning they said in Day of the Doctor why he wasn't a doctor was because he broke the rule of the Doctor. So he wasn't the Doctor. He didn't see himself as a doctor, which is why no one counts him as a doctor, which is right.
Tried to forget it.
Forgot him. Yeah. So, which is fine.
But I love Day of the Doctor though. David Tennant was a total badass in that movie. Though.
Oh yeah. He was the man.
Oh yeah.
David Tennant's my favorite Doctor within the new series.
Oh, mine too.
David Tennant, absolutely. I'm still trying to buy that coat.
And from the old series,
the fourth Doctor.
Tom Baker. Yeah.
From the old series, as you can see on my picture, is Peter Davidson.
Yeah,
the fifth Doctor. Yep.
Yep, I like Peter Davidson from the classic series.
Yeah.
The first young Doctor. He was the first.
I know he was the youngest. Yeah. Well, at the time he was. Yeah. All right, gang. This is gonna be wrapped up because I got some breaking news. I want to do the everything show. So, James, welcome aboard to the Real Whovians cast.
Well, thank you. I'm honored.
That's great, man. Before we go, I mean, have you watched the show a lot before? Or?
Oh yeah, that's how I got the Matrixlord. I was checking you out a couple episodes. I liked it.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Finally, I know it takes a while for people to get people on, but I got you on eventually. So I'm happy about that. So.
Oh, yes. And I like Connor's name. Kind of remind me of Connor McLeod, the Highlander.
Yeah, Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod, and I can't talk yet. We could talk about that on the Everything Show.
Connor McLeod would have made a good master.
Well, they are rebooting Highlander, but that is for the Everything Show. We will talk about that. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Okay.